What's up lads, Josh here and welcome back to yet another video. This one is going to be of course the FIFA 15 predictions, and it is going to be another transfer special. You guys have been commenting down below a lot recently about, players that you want me to cover that have recently transferred, and I've got 5 more for you guys today. But if you guys are looking to buy some coins, do be sure to check the link in the description for UT coins for you, selling for £3 on the Xbox and £4 on the PlayStation. Incredibly cheap coins, and if you thought that was good, you can even get an additional 5% off using the code JG94. So incredibly cheap coins if you still play the game, and of course you can pick them up for very cheap. But let's get straight into this episode, and let's go cover the 5 players that you guys have picked. Alrighty guys, we're going to talk about a goalkeeper in this one, and we're actually going to talk about Michel Vorm, recently transferring over from Swansea to Spurs. Now Hugo Lloris is actually their main goalkeeper at the moment. Whether he will stay there or not, we will have to wait and see. Maybe this means that Lloris kind of wants out, but maybe it just means Michel Vorm will be a substitute goalkeeper. But I actually think he should be a main goalkeeper, so it doesn't really make sense for me for him to move over to Spurs and be a substitute goalie when he could be the main goalie, of course, at Swansea. But we'll have to wait and see what that's all about. But he played 30 games this season, let in 32 goals and had 7 clean sheets. It's a pretty decent record, but it's obviously not the best for a goalkeeper of his stature. I'm going to give him, EA, I've actually started to look at the head-to-head updates more and more, so a lot of these are going to be more official or like more predicted, I guess. But I'm going to give him an 80 rated goalkeeper card for Spurs. Going to give him -1 diving, +0 kicking, +0 handling, +1 reflex, -1 speed, and -2 positioning, and of course keeping his weak foot and scum is the same. Moving on to the next player, guys, we are going to talk about Steven Caulker, recently transferring over from the demoted Cardiff to, of course, the most recently promoted QPR. So they will be in the Barclays Premier League next season, of course. Caulker actually played 38 games this season, scored 5 goals and got 0 assists. A really incredible amount of goals for in my opinion, for a team that finished rock bottom and lacked goals. They actually scored, this centre back scored 5 goals, so a really credible amount for him. I guess the team, the rest of the team wasn't really pulling their weight, so I actually think he was a good individual performance from him last season. But just Cardiff, I guess the rest of his team just weren't up for it. But I'm going to give him a 76 rated QPR card, of course, and I'm going to give him +2 pace, +5 shooting, +4 passing, +0 dribbling, +3 defending, and +2 heading, and of course keeping his weak foot and skill moves both the same. Moving on to Barcelona's latest signing, guys, we're going to talk about Jeremy Mathieu, or Mathieu. I'm really not too sure how you pronounce it. Of course, it is a French name, but he actually played for Valencia last season, and he played 42 games, scored 4 goals, and got 1 assist. A really good amount of goals again for once for a centre back again. I'm covering a lot of those today. That they like scoring goals, so maybe that's the reason Barcelona have tried to sign him, but probably not. It's probably down to the defensive area. But anyway, let's get straight into his stats. I'm going to give him a 78 rated card because EA don't think he's going to change too much on his latest head-to-head update. He is still a 78 rated centre-back, so I'm going to keep him at 78. I'm going to give him -2 pace, +0 shooting, -1 passing, -1 dribbling, +1 defending and heading. And quickly, guys, just before you mention it in the comments, because I know every time I make an editing mistake or a graphical mistake, people always mention it, so I'm going to say it, and I'm going to state it right now. It's meant to say 70 heading on Mateu's card on the right, of course, but it says 68, and it obviously says 68 heading, and that would be -1 heading. But of course, I meant to put it to 70 heading, and I've obviously failed the graphical part of it. So sorry about that, but let's get straight on to the next player. Coming straight back to the Barclays Premier League, guys, we're going to talk about the next player, and it is going to be Bojan, or Bojan. Really not too sure if it's a silent J or not. Strange name, most strange names in this episode. But we're going to talk about Bojan, or Bojan, and he has recently transferred over from Barcelona to Stoke. Now, of course, his card is from Ajax on FIFA 14 because he went there for a season-long loan. Didn't do too much, in my opinion. He only played 20 games and scored 4 goals and got 4 assists. It's a fairly average season for him, in my opinion. And on the latest head-to-head update, he has actually got a 78 rated card, so it does look like he will be in for a downgrade, unfortunately, Stoke fans. But we're going to give him a 78 rated right wing card. He can play striker and right wing as well, but he seems to play the majority on his right, on that right side. But I'm going to give him +0 pace, -3 shooting, -2 passing, +1 dribbling, -2 defending, and -1 heading. But he's still got 4-star scummers and 3-star weak foot, so he should be a pretty decent card on FIFA 15. Going straight back into the silver category, guys, we are going to talk about Riviere. I think that's how you pronounce it, Riviere. I'm really not too sure. Once again, very, very strange name. You know, a full episode of completely unpronounceable names. But anyway, let's get straight into him. And he has played 19 games for Monaco this season, scored 10 goals, and got 2 assists. I think he plays the majority of his games at striker, although I think he does play sometimes on the right. I'm not too sure if that's a false fact or anything, but I'm going to give him a 74 rated silver striker for Newcastle. Of course, he recently transferred over to Newcastle from Monaco for I think about 5.5 million, so a very, very cheap buy, but it's going to be a strange one. It's, you know, sort of a hit and miss. We'll have to see, because now they don't have Remy, or, you know, obviously he went back to QPR, or wherever he's going next. We're going to have to find out, but, you know, Newcastle need a striker, so I'm not too sure if this is their only striker that they'll be going for, because I think they've already signed De Jong, whatever his name is, I'm not too sure, but a lot of signings that have come from Newcastle already, and another Frenchman, so we'll have to see how he plays. But I'm going to give him a 74 rated silver striker, going to give him +1 pace, +6 shooting, +1 passing, +4 dribbling, +2 defending, and +0 heading, bumping his skill moves up to 3 and keeping his weak foot at 3. Thank you guys for watching yet another episode of FIFA 15 Ultimate Team Predictions. You guys are going absolutely ham on every single video, so if you want to keep going ham, that would be absolutely awesome. Hit 300 likes again and I'll get another video out in a day or two. These transfer specials are going down absolutely great, so if you want to comment down below 5 more recently transferred players, and I'll see if I can cover them in the next episode. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy it, leave a like rating. If we could hit 300 again, that would be superb. Follow me on Twitter at JustComing94, and apart from that, guys, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.